how we doing today? Hope you're well. I'm going to go live for about an hour, maybe. Hope you're all having a blessed day. Please like, share, support if you can, and let's just talk about COVID. Where is it? Where is it? I can't remember the last time somebody talked about coronavirus or told me they tested positive for coronavirus. Where is it? Where's it gone? All right. So today's the 6-year anniversary of it being declared a global pandemic. I look back at 2020 and I see many blessings. My eyes opened. I became the illusion. I started to question my reality. A lot of tough things happened to me that year, I think for all of us. But it was an eye-opener, 2020 vision, okay? And I cannot believe today is exactly 6 years after COVID was declared a global pandemic, when the whole world closed down ultimately. The economy collapsed. Mental health issues increased, substance abuse increased, sexual abuse increased. Many people lost their businesses. But also many people like myself began to question their reality. What is this? Look how quickly the world can just collapse. And it was an eye-opener for me. Didn't take the world as seriously or the system as seriously. And obviously I came to Christ, didn't I, a few years later, which is the greatest thing. God bless you, Georgie, Michael. Today's 3 years since Trump Prison Choir song broke record on iTunes. Incredible, mate. Today, 6 years after COVID declared a pandemic, obviously 3 plus 3, can't get away from that 33. Wildflower, how we doing? Julie, much love to you. Anybody else watching, just leave a comment if you can. So when it comes to COVID, it's just amazing how nobody's talking about it anymore, and how it just completely changed the world and then disappeared, because we're bombarded. Hello, Dan, much love to you. We're bombarded with new things every day. Trump bombing Iran, the Epstein files, okay, natural disasters, wars, rumors of wars. It's endless. Hollywood conspiracy constantly. Professional sports just coming at us every minute of the day, it seems. The economy collapsing. So we're bombarded that people have forgot about coronavirus and what it actually did to society. Shows you how quickly we move on as a society, because there's always something new. There's always something new. Yeah, Revelation 3:11 is in my presentation here. So I've told you that I believe that it's God who is behind coronavirus. I believe it was an opportunity for many people to come to the truth, was coronavirus. And because of Revelation 3:11. Followed you since Patreon days. Gematria brought me here and found the Lord in the process. Much love, brother. That's incredible, Michael. Love you. Yeah, you've supported me for a long, long time, and I'm very grateful to you. Gematria and numerology and all of that led me to the Bible as well. So we'll share my screen. And get this work out there if you can. I know right now people will be watching Champions League and stuff. So coronavirus was declared a pandemic March the 11th, 3:11, 3 times 11 is 33. But Revelation 3:11 states, "Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." Now, I didn't know this in 2020 because I wasn't in the Bible, but when God led me to the book of Revelation, I discovered this verse and I showed people that corona translates to crown. And that's why I believe it was declared a pandemic on 3:11. Your crown, guys, your faith, your righteousness, okay, which comes through Christ. And much love to Denise. Denise and I last night had a 2.5 hour to 3 hour phone call, and it was absolutely incredible. So great to speak to a child of God who's truly walking with Christ. It feeds the soul, guys. It feeds the soul. So let's just let's go with this, right? Where is it? COVID-19 pandemic. Global outbreak of coronavirus. We told it was an infectious disease. It could cause severe acute respiratory syndrome. We remember the 6-foot social distancing, and today, 6 years after it was declared a pandemic. My most interesting story, or most outlandish story, was when I was in LA during coronavirus, and they told me I was only allowed 6 tennis balls on the court. Can somebody just explain that? All right. In the same day, I went to play tennis, and I was only allowed 6 tennis balls. And then afterwards, I went for an ice cream. There was only allowed 6 people in the ice cream parlor at a time. All right. And then the 6-foot social distancing anywhere I went. I was like, at this point, I was into the numbers, and I'm like, this is outrageous. Like, who came up with 6 foot social distancing? But remember, a coffin goes 6 foot under the ground, right? It goes 6 foot under. So, Fair Spear, Riddler, Senor Mirror, the sheep. Yeah, COVID did destroy a lot of people's mental health. Veronica, Z9C3D. It really affected people, didn't it? Getting put in a lockdown was strange. A lockdown is what you use for prisoners, guys. Prisoners. So yeah, COVID-19. And it was declared a pandemic on 3/11, which is the 911th minute of the day. 3 times 11 is 33. 9 times 11 is 99. 3 times 33 is 99. All right? Yeah, and like, share, and subscribe. You guys saw yesterday, X sent me a notification saying I am officially shadow banned, and didn't say why. Didn't give me a particular reason as to why. So I'm shadow banned on every platform. Okay? So I hope that makes you realize that what I'm doing is very, very effective. Okay? Very effective. Because AI needs my brain. It needs to know what I'm thinking. Right? Because that's how it develops all of its knowledge. It needs all of our human insights. It needs a variation of minds. So it keeps me up, but it suppresses me. Now, I'm not going to go into the pandemic in the sense of, did it really exist? No, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go behind the science with it all. We know scientists contradicted themselves constantly. I will say the only reason I didn't get vaccinated, the only reason was because the government was promoting it and the media, and I didn't believe that they had our best wishes. So that's what stopped me. It wasn't anything biblical. It wasn't anything to do with the mark of the beast that people think it is, which it's not, because you can buy and sell with or without having the vaccination. But I was just like, they're pushing this. My school was pushing it on me. Society was pushing it on me. Media was pushing it on me. The government was pushing it. And I was like, nah, I ain't getting it. And obviously, I'm very glad. But again, you go back to 2020 and all these conspiracies, pretty much everything I said about it has come to fruition. But we're not going to go there because it's not worth it. Right. Pep Guardiola is playing against Real Madrid today. What do you notice about Real Madrid's crest? Right. Real Madrid, they are the what do they call them? The kings of Europe. Right? The king with the crown. So, can you see the crown? Can I get a woo? Smash the like button. Support the stream if you can. Super chat. Send it. Retweet it. It's got the crown. Real Madrid, the kings of Europe. The crown. Corona translates to crown, right? And remember, during that period of COVID, Real Madrid were just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And they're playing today against Man City. All right. These teams seem to constantly play each other since COVID. Can I get another woo? God bless you, Carl. Yeah, Carl, I do agree that things are speeding up. Remember they called it Operation Warp Speed, all right? Operation Warp Speed. So things are increasing. Donald Trump, the father of the vaccine and all of that. So I do agree things are speeding up. Absolutely. Good for you, Senor Murray. It's not part of the mark. It's not part of the mark. I think it was a test run. Absolutely. But it has nothing to do with the mark for me. So Real Madrid against Man City today, round of 16. And you have here, look, Pep Guardiola missed Friday evening's FA Cup trip to Swindon Town, the Don, like Donald Trump, after testing positive for COVID-19. Shout out to my brother Chuck, who's hopefully watching. So I looked more into this. Guardiola, who is absolutely influenced by the Baphomet, by the devil, okay? Guardiola and Lilo test positive for COVID-19, right? So Pep and his assistant, they both test positive for COVID-19 on 1/6, which is the date of that Washington Capitol attacks. 1/6/2022. So that means, right, Pep Guardiola, somebody give me a woo here. Pep Guardiola tested positive for coronavirus 666 days after COVID was declared a pandemic. And he tested positive on the 6th day of 2022. You see it right there. So I'm telling you, with these celebrities, I predicted some dates. I was like, this celebrity is going to test positive today, and they did. I remember Queen Elizabeth was vaccinated for COVID-19 on 1/9 with Prince Philip, like 19, and in gematria, Queen equals 19. All right? So the Queen equals 19, supposedly got vaccinated for COVID-19 on January the 9th, 1/9. Right? So these people never got it. We know that. Right? It's very clear. Yeah, the tracking system, Mark, I agree with that. I agree with that, with the tracking system, but not that it was necessarily the mark of the beast. But yeah, the tracking system, I'm sure connected to our DNA as well, with the swab tests and all of that they so desperately wanted. But have you noticed that 666 days, right, is 1 year, 9 months, 26 days. Josmeister, much love. Anders, much love. Brandy, hope you well. Hope you all well. So 666 days is 1 year, 9 months, 26 days. I just talked about the Queen and how the Queen had a crown. Right? She was born 1926. Can I get a woo? I've got a book about the Queen. It is a must read. It's an absolute must read. I predicted a death when she was 94. I said she would die at 96. Pretty much confirmed it to me when I found out her platinum jubilee was 4 days, which is 96 hours, which happened the year that she died. And we know England hosted Euro 96. She died at 96. But crazy to me that 1926, how it legit connects with 666. And Queen Elizabeth, as you see here, with that crown. So the world that we live in is coded. It's undeniable. Most people don't get it. Most people never will get it. All right, I've come to terms with that. It doesn't matter what you show them. Okay, there's only a certain amount of people that can process this information, that can absorb the information, that can appreciate the information. Can I get a woo? All right. The average person 2 minutes into my stream is already lost now. What's he saying? I don't know what he's talking about. What does he mean? What does this mean? It's just 10,000 questions. All right. So if you're keeping up, God bless you. So did Pep really test positive 666 days after COVID was declared a pandemic? Now, who was the first coach to test positive in the Premier League? Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta, who was also Pep Guardiola's assistant. Right? He was the first Premier League coach to test positive. Right? Mikel Arteta will miss our match against Manchester City on New Year's Day after testing positive for COVID-19. This was all by the numbers. I did a whole stream about that. But remember, Arteta was Pep's assistant. And now they're the best two teams in England. And Arteta, Mikel Arteta, was born 7,109 days before 9/11. And 7,109 is the 911th prime number. And COVID was declared a global pandemic on 3/11. And 3:11 p.m. is the 911th minute of the day. It's why Arsenal play at the Emirates airline. We're told that planes got hijacked. 4 planes. Arsenal are trying to win all 4 trophies, which would be wild. Arteta did play for Rangers. We're still only on 32 likes, which is criminal. Absolutely criminal. But look who's playing right now. It's Leverkusen against Arsenal. Leverkusen, they've just scored. All right, let's see if this game finishes 1-1. But Leverkusen, they've just scored right now. I've just seen it. Arsenal have been played at their own game. Andrick hangs out at the back stick from Grimaldo's in-swinging corner and is completely unmarked when the ball reaches him. He rises and nods beyond Raya. Have you guys noticed something this year? Right? Yeah, Neo was born 3/11. His passport went out 9/11. What's with all goals from corners? I said in the Bible, it says the word of God will be preached to all 4 corners of the earth. Then the end will come. I think it connects to that. And obviously a lot of people rise from corners. That's what it says here, doesn't it? He rises. Remember, Jesus rose from the dead. Can I get a woo? So this year, there's something about teams scoring from corners. And on a football field, you have the 4 corners. And the Bible will be preached to all 4 corners of the earth, and the end will come. Whoa! Yep, Neo was born 3/11. It's absolutely crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. But Leverkusen, right? This is why they're playing Arsenal on the 6th-year anniversary of COVID being declared a pandemic. Look, they connect to the pharmaceutical industry, which is absolutely crazy. And obviously the pharmaceutical industry connects to coronavirus. Look, Bayer, multinational pharmaceutical and biotechnology company. Why do you think they're playing today? Can I get some more woos, guys? Are you hearing this? Woo! Bayer Leverkusen, after playing this opening game against Arsenal, Arteta, obviously the first Premier League coach to test positive for coronavirus. It's Bayer, all right? It's a German multinational pharmaceutical and biotechnology company, right? That's who they're named after, guys. Bayer Leverkusen. And they were founded 8-1. Imagine Arsenal stay on 8 wins and get their first loss or first draw. Like 81. Because they're perfect right now, aren't they, Arsenal? Didn't they win 8 out of 8? Imagine it goes from 8 out of 9, which is when the Queen died, which is the 11th Fibonacci number. So this game could finish 1-1. I'll be very shocked if Arsenal win. You never know with this team, but I'll be shocked. 1-1 would not shock me with what I just said, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, let's continue. Where are we here? On my website today, Lockwood, Lazaro, Sirius, Glenn, a few other people, amazing stuff. They were coding the horse racing. And my brother Lockwood got this 66-1 each way and it finished second. But he told me there was a horse called Release the Beast. All right, Release the Beast. And it finished fourth, the Four Horsemen. Just some of these horse names like Release the Beast and Break My Soul. And then I also saw, I think it was Fairspear, who told me there's a horse called Of Land and Sea. And the beast rises out of the sea. So you can learn a lot from these horse races because, again, I've coded horse races to a T. I've coded loads of winners. And the names are important. The jockey is important. The age of the horse is important. The number of the horse is important. But Release the Beast is like, wow. Sheringham and Solskjaer, that's the SAS, which connects to war. It's why you also had Shearer and Sutton. They have to give that SAS reference. Man United did get 2 goals from corners against Bayern. In 1999, when they won the treble, the year The Matrix was released. Hit the like button, help Adam. Yeah, 34 likes. I ask God daily for patience with YouTube. Because you all know it, I'm demonetized, I'm shadow banned, and unless you have a platform like me when you've worked your ass off for 6 years to see it just become shadow banned, demonetized, you've got to understand why I mention it so often. You have to understand that. And I hope you respect that. Now, do you remember Claydex? Claydex. It was a pandemic simulation. And it basically foreshadowed COVID. It took place, look, at the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security, Claydex pandemic table talk exercise, Washington, D.C. If you noticed yesterday, you had that Bam Adebayo get 83 points. He did it against Washington, right? The Wizards. I've done a breakdown on my site. But this pandemic simulation was on May the 15th, 2018. Right? That's the date. That's when Claydex was. That's when coronavirus was declared a pandemic. 666 days between the pandemic simulation foreshadowing a global pandemic and how the world would respond to it to an actual pandemic being declared. You just can't, can you? You can't believe it. And I also have this here from a while ago that I did. George H.W. Bush died a span of 66 weeks and 6 days before COVID was declared a pandemic. Another 666, they're everywhere. And Claydex took place exactly 666 days before coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. George H.W. Bush described the New World Order in his address in the Congress on the crisis in the Persian Gulf on 9/11/1990. The date is exactly 33 years before 9/11/2023. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. on 3/11. 3 times 11 is 33. The original Twin Towers was replaced by the One World Trade Center, which was founded on 3/11. The Twin Towers came down 33 years after the Twin Towers began their vertical climb in 1968, and when the term coronavirus was first coined. Corona equals 33. Monkeypox, look at this that I did. Monkeypox was declared a health emergency by the World Health Organization exactly 33 weeks before the 3-year anniversary of coronavirus. How do I find this stuff? And monkeypox, do you remember that? Monkeypox equals 33. So does corona. Do you remember monkeypox? It's just crazy. And here's where COVID was declared a pandemic 911 days before Queen Elizabeth died. And I've told you 3:11 p.m. is the 911th minute of the day. And Neo from the Matrix was born 3/11/62. His passport expired 9/11/2001. The first Matrix, 2 hours and 16 minutes, which is 6 times 6 times 6. And look at these. The ones behind the Matrix, they both transitioned. The Wachowskis. I forget how many codes I've done. Look at this. It's endless. But yeah, no, there was a monkeypox. I'm surprised they called it monkeypox. There it is. Viral zoonotic disease. Remember we have like Planet of the Apes and stuff like that? And that's what we're told it looked like, monkeypox. It's just crazy. All right, have I got anything else? I can't remember. So Madrid City, I've coded that on my website if you want to come read it. So yeah, it's all coded. And I told you I'm not going to go back and forth with COVID and if it existed. I know those masks didn't make any sense. Cheers, Fair Spear. I'll put my link in the comments. The mask didn't make sense, did it? If it was all legit, it didn't make sense. Do I think there's going to be another pandemic? I do. I do think there will be another one. But yeah, remember that. It was crazy. It was the beginning of insanity. And remember, you had this 28 Days Later movie, which came out in 2002. 28 days after the outbreak of a deadly virus in London, which infects everyone and turns them into brain-dead killers, the survivors try to cope with their losses and find sanctuary. They brought out a movie called 28 Days Later, and with the Pfizer vaccine, you had to take the second dose 28 days later. All right, this was 2002, about a pandemic which led to a zombie apocalypse. Crazy times. So today's themes, guys, legit gonna be all about COVID, or they should be. I've shown you why Bayer Leverkusen are playing Arsenal right now because of COVID. All these 666s. And there's, look, confirmation, July the 23rd. WHO Director General declared the escalating global monkeypox. Remember, you have Doctor Who, the TV show, the 723 there, which is all there. 723. Monkeypox declared a global health emergency exactly 33 weeks before the 3-year anniversary of COVID, which was on 3/11, and 3 times 11 is 33, which heavily connects to Jesus Christ. We've got bird flu signs all over our parks. Well, that's coming as well, isn't it? Best website. People rather spend money on trash. True knowledge worth more than money can buy. I agree, Adam Lastman. I say that people would rather get a Big Mac meal than spend a month on my website where it can change their life. Legit change the way they see the world. I think a lot of people are afraid of the information. Julie's signing up today. Thank you very much. I do, and I understand it. A lot of people are afraid of this. It's too much. It's too much for them. And I get it. And I don't mean that in a negative way. It's a lot. And a lot of people can't handle it. It's not for everybody. But it's whether or not you love the truth or not. If you want to see through this reality, it's a scripted reality right now. It's a fallen world. Satan's the god of it. But a lot is revealed through the numbers, through the rituals. Right? You can look at coronavirus and just see all the negatives. But a lot of people started questioning what we call the matrix. Can I get an amen? A lot of people started questioning the matrix. What is this? This don't make sense. They stopped trusting governments. Some people continue to trust the governments and continue to trust the World Health Organization and all of that. They got more attached to it. But in general, there were plenty of people that look back and go, yeah, this world's not as secure as I thought. Yeah, there you go, Julie. So there's different types of intellect. Can I get a woo? There's different types of intellect. You've got Howard Gardner's like intelligence theory. So some people are book smart. Some people have emotional intelligence, spatial intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, musical intelligence. We all have our different gifts, but we sometimes throw around the word intelligent in regards to just academic, how a person performs at school. But you saw during COVID, these doctors, they weren't very smart, were they? Some people are really good at memorizing information and following orders, and that's what you have to do to be a doctor. But you also need many other gifts. But you have to be able to absorb information and take orders. And that is a form of intelligence. But you can become robotic. So let me see if number 19's on the bench for Arsenal, that Trossard. Is he in the squad? I don't think he is. That would have been interesting. There were people on my site who like Gaiacoris. It's not looking likely, but he does the mass celebration, doesn't he? That would have been perfect. Maybe I said it. Maybe it's too perfect. But Victor Gaiacoris, he does the mass celebration. So it would have made a lot of sense for him to bang. But there's only about 15 minutes left. But it's still, you've got to share this. Look at that. And he played for Coventry. Cov, like COVID. Yeah, true wisdom's found in the Bible. Knicks are favoured by -14 today. Definitely take the Knicks. Who are they playing? When it comes to sports and stuff, my favourite sport is the NBA. It has been for 6 years. It's so revealing. Who have they got? The Jazz. Jazz can lose and drop to 2046. 246 passengers died 9/11. New York come in with 41 wins. 9/11 was in New York, 41 dating emoji, but they can get the 42nd win. Straight away, I see something with the Knicks for you, right? I code differently to most people. Kobe connects to every game. We know Kobe's last ever game was against Utah Jazz, yeah? Where he got 60 points. So we know Kobe connects to every single NBA game every day, which is why I love coding the NBA. I've got a book about Kobe. But if the Knicks win, they go 42-25. The beast of Revelation reigns for 42 months and has permission to kill 25% of the earth. Can I get a woo? All right. And it's the Knicks. Is it their 67th game, the 19th prime to go with the COVID-19? Event 201 was in New York. Kyle, thank you very much. I appreciate you, bro. So, yeah, it makes sense for the Knicks to win. I don't know. Are they at home? Are they at home? They're away. Not that it makes any difference. If the Knicks lose, which is highly unlikely, they're 17-17 on the road, which is when Freemasonry was founded. But Freemasonry was founded 24th of June, 24-6. Look at Jazz. Look at their road record, 8-24. Kobe Bryant's numbers. All right. So, yeah, what you think that the Knicks are going to cover? It often happens, the massive favourite, like a -14, they often do cover. But you know what often happens? It looks like they're going to lose. Or they're down at half-time, or they're down going into the fourth. And you're like, how are the Knicks going to lose to the Jazz? And then you look 10 minutes later and they're up by 16. And you're like, how come these lower teams can't play in the fourth quarter? They're elite athletes. Can I get a woo? Julie, thank you so much. They're elite athletes. How come they can go toe-to-toe? How can, like, the Kings go toe-to-toe with, like, the Spurs for, like, 85% of the game and then just suddenly stop hitting baskets? Why? They can't get tired. They're elite athletes. They're some of the best athletes on the planet. So what changes? They always say it's mentality and stuff. No, it's just the code. All right? Which is why this guy got 83 points. And I think did he get 43 free throws? And I've coded why. Why did they keep him in as well? Do you know what I mean? Like, they were absolutely killing Washington, who, as far as I'm aware, they're one of the worst teams in the NBA. Like the Wizards, Magic. You got Magic, you got Wizards. It's all sorcery, is the NBA. But why would you keep him in? If it's a close game, yeah, keep him in. But I believe Bam, who's big shot because he goes to the Olympics with the US, and he knew, and I think his mother, who was in the attendance, knew he was getting 83. So he overtook Kobe, right? Now, I'll ask you guys in the chat, at the end of Kobe's career, what jersey number did he wear? At the end, yeah, you can live bet. Again, I don't massively push betting, but I definitely get it. Live betting is what you do in the NBA. So why does Illusion always pick the favorite? Well, why does the favorite always seem to go down and then win late? You ever think about that? No, because they're not very smart. So what most coders do, they try and find like a plus 130 or an even money bet because they don't want to do any work during it. They can't read the play. They can't see where it's going. Guys, did you watch my Shea Gilgeous-Alexander code with Kobe? Give me a woo if you did. That NBA code's the best you'll ever see on YouTube. I coded the Nuggets Thunder game perfectly. You won't find a better code anywhere on the internet for the NBA. And it's got like 35 likes. Unbelievable. But yeah, Bam Adebayo. I think I did a post. I don't think I did a video. It's there. His name's 69. He got 83 points the 69th day of the year. And he also did it on Osama bin Laden's 69th birthday. 69th birthday. And he overtook Kobe. So yeah, what I was saying is Kobe wore number 24 at the end of his career. We know he began wearing number 8. All right. His highest scoring game, he was wearing number 8, which is what? It's 2 times 4. So Kobe, this is when he was born. And this is when Bam. took over. Look at this. Bam Adebayo overtook Kobe a span of exactly 2,481 weeks after Kobe was born. Kobe wore number 24 and his highest scoring game was 81 in his 666 game. Now, who won the NBA Finals in 2020, the year Kobe died? The Lakers. Who did they beat? The Heat. All right, and who was playing for the Heat? Can I get a woo? Bam Adebayo. Of course, he played 42 minutes and 25 points. Oh my word, guys, I just said that with the Knicks. Can I get a woo? Yeah, on my website, there's a code for PSG Chelsea. I don't know what's happening with PSG, guys. They went from being like unstoppable to now like they're good, but they're not unbelievable, are they? So this is still 1-0. Told you Arsenal should not win this game because of that 8-1. These players are puppets, guys, and so are the fans. It's just I think some of these players know they're puppets. They're actors. But I was legit just saying, Mona, how the Knicks, if they win, because somebody in the chat mentioned it, they're going to go 42-25. And look at Adebayo, 42 minutes, 25 points. But the Lakers beat the Heat. This connects to the lake of fire. All right, the lake of fire, the lake, the heat, the fire, the fireball there. All right, this is the lake of fire. And LeBron and the Lakers won it. LeBron won it against Miami. Obviously, he won the NBA Finals with Miami. And this was on National Father-Daughter Day, the year Kobe and his daughter supposedly died, which I don't believe happened. Jazz were established in 74. Knicks might score 74 in the first half. Yeah, that's possible. 24, the TV series, Keith Sutherland, who played Jack Bauer. Yeah. What's on a... in basketball, there's the 24-second violation. Can I get a woo? Each team has 24 seconds when they're in possession, don't they? It's the 24. It's obviously a big number. There's the 24 elders in the Bible, which is the big thing that stands out to me biblically in Revelation, the 24 elders. Figures from the book of Revelation, white robes. That's why Kobe was wearing white in that 666 game. The golden crowns. Kobe had a crown tattoo. All of it comes back. Thank you, Julia. Please like, share, super chat. Yeah, whatever it is, even if it's $1 with this ridiculous economy right now. I can't wait for heaven. I know some of you are not believers in all of that, but I am. I think about heaven every day now. But yeah, the 24 elders. But Kobe with the crowns, the gold crowns, he had a crown tattoo, and he died right before coronavirus was declared a pandemic. Corona, crown. My first ever YouTube video was about the life and death of Kobe Bryant. Told you all of this. I used to watch him. I lived in LA. Well, a crown is usually considered to be symbolic of a king. And he said that his tattoo was dedicated to his wife, right? Calling her a queen. Butterfly connects to MK Ultra. That's why a lot of celebrities have butterfly tattoos. Knicks equals 14. Bam was the 14th pick of the draft. That's probably why he got 43 free throws, brother. He got 43 free throws. The 14th prime. Do you know how, like, let's say it's rigged, right? And they know it. I know some of you think it's technology. Yeah, the 24 divisions of Temple Priest. Thank you, Fender. Love you, brother. I know a lot of people think technology is being used, and it could be. It really could be, because I think the fallen angels brought technology to use against us. Same with weapons and all of that, and then taught us how to use it to basically destroy ourselves. And imagine being at the free throw line where you know you can't miss. Now, I think free throw shooting's easy, to be honest with you. Like if I did 10 free throws, I want to get 6 or 7. And I'm not even a basketball player. I find it easy. So you'd think NBA players should as well. But imagine knowing that it's going to drop whatever. You just got to throw it towards the area of the hoop. That's why they can have people like Steph Curry can have so much swag and shay and confidence. All right? If they know it's going to drop, can I get a woo? Or Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, okay, Jason Tatum. They make these shots where it's like, how did they make that? And then they got that swag when they go away, or that little smile as if to say, that's what I do. And it's like, just look at the Harlem Globetrotters, right? Shows you that it's magic. Yeah, 43 free throws for one player also shows you, like, again, for the people who believe it's the officials that are involved, there's a lot that go into it. That's why we never fully understand it. But if it's the officials and you're a big guy like Bam, get him the ball and just call foul every time. So there's corruption in the NBA. It's coming out that it's corrupt, but I am warning you that they're implying that it's all connected to money. So it's like, okay, they took out, I don't know, Jokic. His prop was 30 points. They took him out with 29 with 6 minutes left. It looks like they've took him out because of the prop. But there'll be a reason why he needed 29 points. Like maybe it was 10 days after his birthday, 29, the 10th prime, and perhaps Denver got their 10th home win. There's stuff like that. But at first glance, it's like, well, his prop was 30. It gets taken out, 29 points with 6 minutes left. It's pretty obvious Vegas made the call. And it's like, no. It looks like that, doesn't it? It absolutely looks like that. But it ain't that for me. Because I've caught, again, my Shea code with Kobe was unbelievable. And that had nothing to do with Vegas because Shea, he covered his points. The favourites were Thunder. The Thunder won. A lot of people bet on the Nuggets spread. The Nuggets spread hit. And wait, somebody's messaged me saying Arsenal have a penalty. Is that right? Sometimes they give it and then they change it. And that's why I can't watch any game anymore. It'll come up like penalty Arsenal, and then the VAR checks it for 5 minutes and they go, oh, no penalty, overturned, energy harvest. Can somebody confirm to me if Arsenal got a penalty? Because if this game finishes 1-1, penalty, look, it's just come up. If this game finishes 1-1, can somebody give me a woo? Dave, love you. It's been a while, mate. I appreciate you. I've just updated my Super Bowl book. I'm going to get it all sorted. I'll send you it. It's only a few small updates. I'll send you it again. Bam had 21 points in threes. Did you see he had 31 points in the first quarter? Who does that, guys? Yeah, NBA is unwatchable. I think all professional sports are unwatchable. Yeah, no, now it's going to VAR. I'm so over the harvest of pro sports. VAR, I think I've got a whole stream on it, officially ended professional football. Look, VAR checking the on-field decision. Do you know why they're doing this? Because they're telling you that humans need technology. That's what they're telling you. Humans are not good enough. Let the technology show you how it's done. It's Havertz. Didn't he play for Leverkusen? Oh, guys, if Havertz scores here, I'm not saying he will. He played for Leverkusen. Why is Gayakoris not taking it? It must have been taken off. Or Saka. All right, Arsenal have a penalty. See if it finishes 1-1. Or is he going to miss against his former club? Or is he going to punish his former club often? Teams score against their former club. I've shown you that for 6 years, but we'll see here. I don't think Kai Havertz is in control of where this penalty goes, is my take. I don't believe he's being told you're going to put it left or right or down the middle or the keeper's going to save it or you're going to sky it. I believe that is being controlled Kai Havertz right now. And he's probably going to score. Let's see. Because I'm going to show you his name in a moment. There you go. 1-1. I hope this ends 1-1. What time's the goal? If it's 89 minutes, guys, or is it 88? If it's 89 minutes, that connects to 11. Let me just check this, guys. They must have taken off Gayakoris. There, look, they took him off. And Saka. So he would have had that penalty. Gayakoris. 89 minutes, oh my word. The Queen, guys. Misters, can you all give me a woo in the chat if you've been watching this from the beginning? 89 minutes, the Queen died the 8th of September, and 89 is the 11th. The 11th Fibonacci number. So after 89 minutes, they've just made the score 1-1. Queen Elizabeth died 8-9. Her funeral was 11 days after she died at 11 a.m. So I don't know how much added time there is. It says 88 there, but it's telling me 89. Let's go here. And this is another thing they do. They change the time of the goals. Well, 89. But I've showed you this many times. Nicholas, much love to you. Now, obviously, I hope it finishes 1-1, but you never know. But these games are so ridiculous. Look, not sure Arsenal have deserved this, but they're level in Germany. Germ. Can somebody... Oh, my word, guys. Can I get a woo? How did we miss that? This game's in Germany. Coronavirus. Germs. All right? People were scared of germs, weren't they? Germany. Bayer, the pharmaceutical industry. Founded 8-1. Arsenal right now have 8 wins, 1 draw. I'll be shocked if they win, but you never know with this joke of a club right now. Arsenal, a nuclear arsenal. But Havertz is German. German. Soft penalty. But this is what I want to show you. Dave, give me a woo here. Kai Havertz. Let's wait for the game to finish. There's what, a minute left? By the way, the opening goal was 46 minutes. World War I was 4 years. World War II was 6 years. Bayer Leverkusen, a German. Arsenal, an English. War. All right. Arsenal, like I said, a nuclear arsenal, an arsenal of weapons. If you're an Arsenal fan, you're a gunner. A gunner is somebody who's hired to shoot people. All right. He just scored a penalty, like a penalty shootout. All right. The German against his former club. How often do they do this? How often does a player have to score against his former team? He's come back to haunt his former club. You hear it all the time. And people just brush it off. Even when it's defenders, you're like, this guy's not scored in 300 games, but he haunts his former club at the death. You're like, okay, of course he does. Of course he does. Thomas Lockwood just texted me. Love you, brother. He, oh wow, he got a bet on the super sub. Oh my word. That's crazy. Thomas Lockwood, who I love to bits, he had Gaiacoris to score, but with the app that he's on, because Havertz replaced him, he gets the win. He just won £42. 42. Let me send him an audio. You deserve that, brother. Well done. Did you really just win £42? The beast reigns for 42 months. Let's bring up Kai Havertz's name in the Gematrinator. I said the game would be 1-1. Hopefully it finishes that because World War I ended on 11/11 at 11 a.m. So let's see. Well done. Just share that on the website if you can. Can they just blow the whistle? Kai Havertz just got a yellow card. It's just finished. Right. You all heard me, and it's on my website that I said the game would be 1-1. Can I get a woo? That it would be 1-1. And it was. But Kai Havertz, where is it? And this is what, again, people on the internet, they don't know what me and my website do every day in play. All right? They don't know. Havertz, by the way, Kai Havertz is 121, right? Look how that is 11 times 11. Kai Havertz, 121, 11 times 11. But what you need to know is this. All right? This will all start making sense to you, why Kai Havertz comes up when it matters. Remember he got the winning goal in the Champions League final against Pep Guardiola? It had to be Kai Havertz. All right? Take a screenshot of this if you want. Kai Havertz equals 121, 49, 149, 59. Revelation. Kai Havertz has the exact same gematria as Revelation. Please, everybody hit the like button and share this. Kai Havertz has the exact same gematria as Revelation. 121, 49, 149, 59. Kai Havertz. Guys, the exact same. That's why he just scored at the death, right? Exactly 6 years after COVID was declared a pandemic. And Kai means sea. Kai means sea in Hawaiian. The beast rises out of the sea. Right? And if you look at this as well, was it the 2021 UCL final? It was 1-0. Look out, it was the 66 season. Revelation, the 66 book of the Bible. Number of the beast equals 66. And it was at the Estadio de Drago, which connects to the dragon, the red dragon, which is Satan. Look. Due to postponement and relocation of the 2020 final to Lisbon and a result of the COVID-19 pandemic in Europe, the final host was shifted back a year. Oh my word, guys, it's going back to COVID. Now, who got the winner? Kai Havertz. 42 minutes. Please, guys, wow. Kai Havertz, 42nd minute winner. His name, Kai Havertz, is the exact same gematria as Revelation. The beast reigns for 42 months. All right, Revelation's the 66th book. Kai Havertz gets the winning goal after 42 minutes in the 66th season of Europe's Premier Club football tournament. And it was the 29th since it was renamed from the European Cup. All right? Wasn't Kai Havertz number 29? Oh my word, look, he was. Kai Havertz got the winning goal wearing number 29, and it just so happened to be the 29th season since it was renamed from European Cup to the UEFA Champions League. Yeah, you also have Kai Trump. Can you believe, guys, can you hear this? Nice, Nicholas. Havertz equals 89 in gematria. So there you have it. And again, we talked about Bayer. The pharmaceutical industry was founded on August the 1st, 8-1. And now Arsenal have 8 wins and 1 draw, like 81. So there you go. I have Arsenal to qualify. I said that game would be 1-1. They should beat them comfortably at the Emirates, yeah? But when did Kai leave Leverkusen? Wait, his birthday's 6. The World Cup begins on Kai Havertz's birthday. Everyone, what? Last time I asked, please hit the like button. The 2026 FIFA World Cup begins on Kai Havertz's birthday. He's German. Keep an eye on Germany. This is why I'm saying coding the World Cup's going to be so fun for me. I'm not interested in everyone like, who's winning, Adam? I don't know. But I will show you that the World Cup begins on Kai Havertz's birthday. Look, he came from Leverkusen's youth academy. Draw equals 62 and 26 like Queen. Nice. This guy, I'm telling you, his numbers are insane. Because he was at Chelsea, wasn't he? The beast rises out of the sea. He also got the winning goal in the FIFA Club World Cup as well. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, Chelsea won it. They beat Palmeiras. I'm pretty sure Kai Havertz got the winning goal in that as well. Oh my word, he did. Kai Havertz got the winning goal in the FIFA Club World. So he got the winning goal in the Champions League and the FIFA Club World Cup in the same year, or a year apart. This guy scores big goals, guys. But the question is, he was a fan of Toni Kroos, and then he becomes a teammate. When did he leave? On my birthday, Havertz became the youngest player in history of the Bundesliga to reach 50 appearances at 18 years old, 307 days. So exactly a year before Kobe died, he became Leverkusen's youngest ever penalty scorer. Man, you could write a whole book about. When did he go to Arsenal? Oh, he went to Chelsea. The year of COVID. And remember, Chelsea was sponsored by 3. All the 3s that I gave you with coronavirus, they were sponsored by 3. A company that was founded 3303. Havertz made his debut for Germany national under-16 team on 11/11, on the anniversary of World War I beginning. And the game finished 3-1, the 11th prime number, on 11/11. This is going on at under-16s. Like, we'll leave it at that. He came on because I think Arteta knew he was going to get a penalty because it's witchcraft. And he came on for number 11. Okay. I appreciate you. I'm going to go lift some weights. Wait. Oh my word. Oh my word. The time of the goals. 46, 89, 135 minutes. Revelation 13:5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. 130. Oh my word, guys, the beast is coming. The beast is coming. What? Okay, we'll leave it at that. God bless you all. I just wish more people watch this work, so please share it with people, or just take bits of information. Right? Take little bits of information and share it with your friends and family. You don't have to say it's from me. Look at this, guys. Can I get a woo for this? 12-16. I feel this game may be tight, maybe 1-1. Do not bet on the favourite in the opening game of the Champions League. Liverpool screwed people over yesterday. Arsenal have screwed people today because I'm sure people took Arsenal. All right. Do never, ever bet on the early game in the Champions League, the Europa League, a World Cup. You don't do it. Because what happens now is people lose their money and then they make another bet to try and win it back. Okay? So that was a pretty cool stream. A lot was revealed. I wish you all a very blessed day. Dave, I'll get you that book later today. And wild times, guys. What a wild time. I do think another pandemic's coming. But just try and embrace every single day whilst you can. Count your blessings. And hopefully I'll go live tomorrow. Take care, all right? God bless you. Speak soon. God